end of this technique after we did the back, and then we ended with some opening. Yes?
Yes.
So here we are here. So we're going to continue by compressing onto the sacrum. And when you compress onto the sacrum, don't just press down, but press down and back so that it opens up their lower back. And just hold. And then I'm going to pick one knee up and put it in between both legs. And then we're going to put some squeezing on the sacrum. So with our hands like this, we're going to squeeze into either side of the sacrum. This gets all the attachments of the gluteals. So squeezing into the sides of the sacrum. And then we're going to loosen up the gluteals, and you can do it a lot of different ways. You can use your fists, or your knees. Okay, loosen the gluteals. And then you're going to continue down and compress into the hamstrings. And you want to use flat fists and keep your wrist neutral so you can just let your body weight come in like this. And when you get to the knees, not a lot of direct pressure into the knees, but rather with the flats of the fist, you want to just do some twisting compression. One thing I said early on was that the chi, the energy moving through the body, has a tendency to get stuck at the joints. So anything you can do to coax openness in the joints. And then we're going to continue working on the gastrocs. So in this position, right now I'm sitting in Seiza. You can lift feet up like this, and using your thumbs, you're going to do digital compression right in between the bellies of the gastrocs, between the gastroc heads. So right in between the gastroc heads. And the meridian, which is the bladder meridian, comes in between the lateral malleolus and the Achilles tendon, and it goes right into the side of the foot and right out the little toe. So when you're doing this thumbing, you can take it in between the lateral malleolus and in between the Achilles tendon in this little groove, and then right into the sides of the feet and right out the little toes. That's the whole bladder meridian. And then from here, you're going to come up on one knee and one foot, and using your body weight, meaning that your arms are extended, you just lean in. And then you want to back up and place the arch of one foot over the dorsal surface of the other, and you lean in. And reverse. Now you notice I'm on one knee and one foot. So after I come out of this, I'm going to put this foot down and then rest the dorsal surface of their foot on my thigh, so I can use my elbow and work the bottom of the foot. Pressure's okay? Work the bottom of the foot. And then you're going to take this leg and you're going to put it in figure 4. And then just support like this and use your forearm, and we're going to work right up against the sacrum, meaning right into the side of the sacrum. The pressure's okay. And once we've worked this lateral border of the sacrum, we're going to move our forearm out a little bit more laterally, and we're going to sink in between the sacrum and the greater trochanter, just sinking in. And as you sink in, you'll notice I'm lifting up, so the pressure, which is my elbow, is a little bit more specific. And then this third line, you're going to work the contour of the greater trochanter, of the femur. So here's this ball here, the head of the greater trochanter of the femur, and you're going to use your forearm and work right along this contoured border. again, that's where all the muscular attachments are. So you want to sink down and then just work right around that contour of the femur. And then just to finish, the compression, 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 compression. Coming down on me, yes ma'am. And then we're going to finish with this stretch. So grab a hold here, come up, and drag the leg to the midline. And then you're going to come up and you're going to face away and place the foot, your foot that's closest to their head in their lower back. Not on the sacrum, but above the iliac crest, and the arch of your foot is going to span over the vertebrae of the spine, and you're going to bend your knees, grab a hold, inhale, and on the exhale you don't lean back, you just stand up straight. And they get a nice stretch of their psoas and also stomach meridian. And when you go to transition to the other leg, you just simply follow it down. Okay. And you repeat. You don't have to move that much, really. And then you do these three lines here. First one up against the lateral border of the sacrum. Next line a little bit further out in between the lateral border of the sacrum and the greater trochanter of the femur. And this third line right around the contoured border of the greater trochanter of the femur. And then compression. Source point. For a gallbladder meridian, remember that source point. Out the fourth toe. This stretch. Again, it's the foot closest to their head, and you're stepping not on the sacrum, but just above the iliac crest, with the arch of your foot spanning the lumbar vertebra. And when you go to pick up the leg, don't bend at your lower back because it strains it, but rather bend at your knees, grab a hold, inhale, and on the exhale you just stand up to get a stretch. And then we'll follow down. And then to end, you're going to place the feet with the toes pointing towards the midline, just about touching. And then you're going to face away, and we're going to end by walking on the feet with your heels. Allow your arms to come down by your sides. And just let your weight shift from one side to the next. And don't stay on the same spot, but walk
9 minutes.
Around the arch of the feet. And you can just walk off and you can thank client